One protest earlier today in Austin. Another one is planned for this evening. Marchers are pushing for change in a national day of action, calling for an end to police brutality.
And they are already talking about the new video we just saw. KXAN's Alicia Inns is live for us at the Travis County Courthouse. Alicia?
Hey, good evening, Robert and Shannon. Yeah, and there is a protest, a vigil actually planned here tonight at the courthouse that starts in about 45 minutes. It's being hosted by the Black Lives Matter group of Austin. But keep in mind, this protest was planned prior to this video being released. This is something they've already had planned. But just about 15 minutes ago, I spoke with a representative from the Austin Justice Coalition. She told me that she saw this video yesterday. She actually met with police and saw this. She said she was outraged. She has a lot of questions. One of the biggest ones being the timeline of all this. Why has it taken a year to see this video? Take a listen to what she has to say.
What's disturbing to me is this: if this video got lost in the year, how many other videos are there that show some of the same actions? How many other black and brown people have been experiencing the same thing by APD, but no one is saying anything because no one sees the videos? To me, there's an issue not just with training and the excessive use of force, but there's an issue with oversight, and people, like, the head has to know what the feet are doing, and vice versa. And if that's not happening, then something needs to change.
All right, so a lot of questions obviously looking to get answered. Now, tonight specifically here, this vigil that's going to be held has to do with jailhouse deaths that they need to stop. That's the message they're trying to send. A name specifically you're going to hear tonight, Rachel Jackson. She was found dead in a Del Valley jail, and actually now they're working to get some answers. That was back in 2008. You're going to see other names, Sandra Bland as one of them. I know that's been a popular name too. All of these African-American women who died while in police custody. A lot of the protesters that are going to be here tonight were at one earlier. They took to the Austin streets with a similar message. That one saying we need to care in this community, also saying there needs to be an end to police brutality.
A group marching with a purpose to disrupt business as usual.
We provoked, we poked, we shut down the police station that should have had the doors open at 8 o'clock.
And they halted traffic. You can see at the top of the screen here, marchers making their way towards East Austin. Police forced to shut down the I-35 service road.
If you look at the history of civil rights, no one has ever made a stride without direct action and civil disobedience.
The marchers vowed to make noise. They had things like tambourines, even pots and pans. They were banging through the streets. And then at the area where they ended, boxes spray painted black to look like coffins.
Among the crowd, Harold Owens carrying this, a picture of his 20-year-old cousin Byron Carter Jr., who was shot and killed by Austin police during a confrontation in 2011.
We need justice, and the only way we're going to get justice is if we make our justice on our own.
Making noise is one thing. Pushing for actual change is another.
The mayor and the chief of police have both at different times said the words Black Lives Matter, but we can't just sit back and be happy with that. We need policy changes to our police force.
This wasn't the first march through Austin streets, and until this group says they see a difference, it won't be the last.
And at the end of my life, if I do have children, anything like that, when they ask me where I was when this was happening, I need to be able to tell them that I was right here.
Now, we did reach out to the police department, the Austin Police Department, to ask them how they handled and dealt with this protest this morning. They did not get back to us. We do understand there is going to be another Black Lives Matter protest tomorrow night in Pflugerville. And we also understand the Pflugerville Police Department has been in communication with the organizer of that protest. They do not anticipate anything getting out of control. I think everyone in both groups hoping for a peaceful protest. For now, we're live in downtown Austin. Alicia Inns, KXAN News.
And we want to make sure that you know that we're going to continue digging tonight into the newly released video from that Austin police arrest. We're also talking to APD and gathering reaction from the NAACP. We'll be right back with more community reaction and in-depth coverage of this investigation.